Good afternoon, students. This is Dr. Morgan Phenix coming to you from Stanley, Virginia. It's a cloudy, overcast Sunday afternoon. They're calling for heavy rainstorms for July 4th for tomorrow, Monday. And I want to make this video and post this video as early as I can so that you can make a quick start in the class if you're so inclined. Alrighty, welcome to this class in school leadership in diverse settings. It's a wonderful class and a unique class, and you can craft your experience in this course to suit your own professional and personal interests. All right, and to meet the Lord's call upon your life with regards to diversity. I'd like to remind you, as I will again and again, that diversity is not a problem that needs fixing, unless we have an issue with it ourselves, unless our hearts are not tuned, and if we don't have the knowledge at hand and the skills in hand, the strategic skills in hand to deal with how we approach diversity. Now, when diversity and ignorance and misinformation meet on the same street corner, there may be a serious problem, as we see in this nation and in this world, particularly in this nation, on the street corners that are defined by injustice and inequities of power and privilege and opportunity. I think that's where the problem lies, and that's where the strategic solutions are what are called for. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do today. Just very, very briefly give you a rundown on the 2 recurring assignments. You've already had a little bit of a taste of that. I want to remind you that you have a discussion board due every week. The initial post is due on Thursday, 300 words. Okay, and for that post, you will be also supplying some reference and some citation that will give some authority to your voice. And this is and your post your post will be in response to the forum's question. Okay, you're given the topic. Don't bring in some outside research that you've done and just post an essay. I will give you no points for that. Okay, it has to be in tune to the forum's point and discussion. Alrighty. So once again, you will have a 300-word initial post on Thursday, 200-word posts on Sunday, and those 2 responses are replies to classmates. They are responses to classmates, and they must be personal. They may not be additional essays that you post on a subject. Okay, you begin by greeting that student, a classmate, that and making some response to something that they have said, and then you take it from there. You don't have to agree with what they say. You don't have to like it necessarily. Typically, you respond to people that are saying interesting things that you either agree with or that has caught your interest. All right. Discussion board. Really straightforward, really simple. Not a whole lot of points for them. I do take off points if you don't have reference in your initial post, and I do take off points if your responses. I'll take off all the points if your responses are just a small essay that you've written on a subject. It must be a response to a classmate. Okay. Then the recurring journal article critique. It is a 1-page paper. It is a 1-page paper. There is no reference page. Okay, you do not need to even use a title page because you post this under your name. It comes with your name attached. Okay, it's a 1-page paper. You put the citation, the APA citation, at the top of a peer-reviewed journal, and more on that later in a few moments. A peer-reviewed journal. Okay, citation at the top. You begin your first sentence with the author's thesis in your own words. No quotes, no long quotes for sure. Okay, you don't get credit for long quotes here. You need to demonstrate that you understand the material that you have read. Author's thesis in your own words in the very first sentence, then some supporting information and strategies from what that author is saying, and hopefully you're choosing journal articles that will be providing you with information on a project or an initiative that is interesting to you and that is important for you. Okay? So once again, author's thesis in your own words, first sentence, then the author's supporting information and strategies that you read about in that journal article, and then your critique of it. Is it useful? How can it solve some of the issues of the day? That sort of a thing, whatever it might be. Was it maybe not well done? Did it leave out things that you had expected to find there? That's your critique of it. Was it good? Was it helpful? Was it useful? And so on. And then finally, you end up with a conclusion, how this relates to your work, to your project, or to your life. And that I would like to ask you to do that in first person. I know the assignment instructions say it should be in third person. This author believes such and such. You can do that if you want to. I won't take points off one way or the other. But if you do it in first person, it will most particularly probably relate to your life, and it will it will demonstrate the value of this experience for you. Once again, one page only, double space, one page, double space. And I post a sample in the first week's announcement as well as to what a journal article critique should look like. One page, no reference page, no outside research, no separate research, no demonstration of something that you have learned elsewhere. It is about this journal article. Now, concerning peer-reviewed journal articles, there is a right below the week 1 announcement, and it will follow the weekly announcement. It will be below the week 2 announcement and below the week 3 announcement. Is how to access peer-reviewed journal articles in the Falwell Library. Okay, and on the upper right-hand corner of your Blackboard page, there is a JFL library link, and it'll tell you exactly how to do it. Most of you know how to do this, but if you post a journal article critique on a Time magazine, a Life magazine, I don't think it exists anymore, but a Time magazine article, or a Sports Illustrated article, or a Washington Post news story, or a Huffington Post report, okay, those are not peer-reviewed. And those will gain you no credit. You can't do that. Now, if you find an article, a specialized article in some non-peer-reviewed format that really is important for your project and for your work, you can shoot me an email and ask for permission, and it'll be fine every single time that you ask for it. But I need to know that you know that it's not peer-reviewed. Okay? Alrighty. And once again, you know how to access the library. I hope you do. If you don't, go through here and it'll show you how. You put the tab up there, then the Search Anything tab, then you put the filters in that you want article, you want the scholarly peer-reviewed, you want to see the online full PDF text, okay, and the publication date. It shouldn't be more than 5 years old. Okay, that's per the assignment instructions. If you need to have something earlier than that, it's fine with me if you ask, so that you know that I know that you know that it's an older article. You can take something from the 1960s for all I care, as long as you ask for that. Okay, and that's it. And you search, and that's all there is to it. If you know, I just want to say that this is the sticking point in this course, is the formatting of the journal article critique. There are many people who just can't shake that need to have a reference page or to use some outside research. That is not the nature of this assignment. Okay, and my encouragements to you in the form of this very, very low-tech documentation here, my encouragement to you is to maximize your success on this assignment, and to minimize any confusion. That's what these videos are all about. But also, this here is a demonstration of a thought flow from the author's work. They've spent probably years on the subject. Okay, a clearly documented flow of clear thought and clear thinking on your part, and an economy of effort. An economy of effort. Make it simple. Make it simple and straightforward, and where you really touch on a person's work, that you know what they're talking about. You can describe a little bit of what they're talking about. You can relate it, and you can relate it to your work and your life. And wouldn't it be wise to choose articles that serve your final project? In week 3, you will be proposing your final project, which will be to build a school of some kind, or to build a program within a school. Okay, it's future now. It's not something that you already have done or that you already are working in. And take it from there. Make this course serve your purposes. Make this an interesting course for you, where you're choosing articles that serve your final project, or that serve your daily work in the profession. I wish you well. Any questions, post them in the Ask Dr. Phenix forum in the discussion board, or shoot me an email. If your email is of value to everyone, and I don't give private information to anybody, private tips and pointers, they are posted here in this video. And if you ask a question that everyone needs to see my response, I will reflect your email question back to the entire class, not with your name attached, of course. Okay, so I will just say a student has asked a very, very good question. I hope it make this course fun for yourself. It's summertime here. I know it's high pressure right now. You're probably in an overlap from the B term in the summer, and we'll just take it from there. And everyone does well in this course that listens to the videos. I guarantee you that. Everyone does very, very well in this class for attending to these videos on a weekly basis. God bless you all, and we'll see you next time. Lord willing. Bye-bye.